What up, guys? This is Jay Dragon, and I'd like to welcome you to the Dragon Den. Today, what we're doing is we are getting these Air Maxes. We're gonna clean them up. We're gonna hit them with this new brush I got, and this toothbrush and the eraser. That is Lincoln Cleaner. I used it in the foam bottle, and I was gonna use it on the shoe because the lesser water I would use, the better. And then I tried using a new brush, and I should have known. I should have tested the brush out first, because originally, when you use a fresh brush like that cleans the shoes, it's going to put some on the ground or wherever all over your work. So I started using the brush to sit right there and get it in so I can get the dirt out and get all the grime out. And then I used the cloth and sit right there and tried to dry it up and get it out as much as I can. And we went over it later on. I tried to get the darker spots and all of that so far. So this is what I thought was good for a liquid cleaner, and it works out really well because you can get all the pieces of the shoe. And I made sure I started off with the shoe tree, so I could sit right there and have enough area for the shoe come in. So like I said, new brush, new problems. So anyway, I'm just going over it. I'm brushing it out. I'm using my Angelus brush because it seems to work a lot better at doing this. And later on, after doing it with this, you still have to reset the nap. So I would recommend to use a thick brush, or if you can find a nice wire brush. And these are things that will work the best for setting the nap. It really needs to be a thick brush. If like your one that you use to scrub the bottom from your Rejuvenators stiff brush, you want to use something like that, or you can use a copper brush or a wire brush, whichever, just as long as it works. Just don't rub down on it too hard with the brush, because you could mess it up. So just be careful when you comes to that. Alright, I sit right there and use my little machine that takes off all the lint, my lint catcher, I guess you can just call it. And I went back over with the toothbrush and kept hitting the spots, getting as much dirt and stuff as I could out that I couldn't get out with the eraser. I love the eraser. It comes in handy for when you are not using when you're not using liquid, and you don't have to worry about a drying time. You don't have to worry about sitting right there having to leave it. You could just sit right there and put the shoe on right after you clean it with the eraser, and it works just fine. So this is the brush that I'm going to use. It is a stiff brush, and here's the eraser. I got this from Walmart, so you should be able to find it from Walmart as well. So if you're a cheap shoe goer like me, you might want to sit right there and look at some of the stuff. Just be careful, because you never know with Walmarts, since they want to be cheap. That's why I'm testing it out, so you don't have to. But the eraser worked really good. It took out all the dark spots on the shoe, and it really worked good with the I think it's Suede, and there's so many cloth on here. I'm thinking it's Suede, but I'm thinking it's just some of it feels different from the way it is, but it's most likely Suede. So we're gonna sit right there and hit all the spots, get rid of as much dark spots as we can, and go back over it with the brush to get rid of the shavings from the eraser, because you don't want that stuck into your Suede and make it still look dull, or too bright. But it does help out tremendously. Let's say you got some rough spots on your shoe after a while, and you hit it with the eraser, it works perfectly. You can put them back on and go about your day. The liquid cleaner, the Suede cleaner, Lincoln cleaner, as I'm saying, it works really good for this stuff, and it works if you know you're going to have the shoes for later on. Alright, and you'll get the rest of my talk, because you know I'm going to have it, but you're going to sit right there and get my opinions later on in just a few seconds. And like, subscribe, and hit it for all the notifications, and I appreciate y'all all for watching. Thank you. Alright, this is what I got so far. This got the eraser in it. This is the one that I did with the eraser. See, the bottom part is still dirty. Now the upper part looks way better than it did when I got it clean. Looks so much better. So I didn't have to take the brush over and reset the nap like I would with the water, and I didn't have to wait for the drying time. But there is some spots that I don't get, like these areas. I cannot clean these up with the eraser. I would have to use a water-based one. Couldn't get the bottom, but that's all fine. But it's mostly wanting to get the nubuck. But that's what I see so far, and that's one of the bad things about it. So that's, I would say this is good if you really want it to get the top layer of the nubuck or the suede. These are what I would go with from the beginning, and then go with the liquid for the bottoms and stuff like that. Alright, now we got both of these here. This is the one that I did with the cleaner, and this is the one what I did with the eraser. Really couldn't get it all the way done with. You might as well just wash it and get it clean on the inside. Couldn't get all the stuff on the inside because of the thing, but I did try and get a brush and stuff into it to get a few of it, but it looked a lot better than it did. Right now, here's the other one. Yes, I had to reset the nap and stuff like that, and all of it is clean, because you know what water does to the shoe. Just get a stiff brush or a wire brush, but mine's a little too stiff for it, so I had to reset the nap. I sit right there and pushed everything up and down, and trying to find the way the nap should go. But otherwise it feels good, soft, the way it originally did. It don't feel as cruddy as it would normally if you were doing it that way, but it turned out pretty good. I like the results, but I would go with this one and the eraser. I would do the eraser up top and finish up with the bottom down there. Get everything done, get as much of it as I can done, and it'll look good. Well, that's all I got for you. If you could like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, I appreciate it. Thank you all for watching.